So this is Ryan from Hip Hop Kings, speaking with DJ Swiss Ivory. How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
You good?
Good. You?
Yeah, man, we're chilling. We're chilling in the VIP villa in Croatia.
That's right, Villa Petra. Shout out to Fresh Island.
And obviously, yeah, we're at the Fresh Island Festival. You performed here before. How has it been so far this year?
Yeah, exactly. I performed last year already. It was my first experience, and it was so amazing that I really wanted to be back. And I was happy when I got a call, and they really wanted me to have me back again. So it's been an amazing experience the past 3 days. So love it.
That's cool, man. Obviously, we saw you perform yesterday before Jazzy Jeff.
Crazy.
Yeah, really good set, really good stuff.
Thank
How
you.
does Fresh Island compare to the other festivals that you've performed at?
Well, I've played at a couple of festivals in Switzerland, in France, and in Germany. But I mean, no disrespect, some of them had really amazing lineups and really amazing acts. So in terms of acts, obviously some of them which have been running for 10, 20 years have a bit of a larger lineup. But in terms of the experience, being able to be in Croatia, in the villa.
Beautiful weather, of
Yeah,
course.
and then we come out here for a week with the whole crew, all my friends, my camera guy and my crew are here for the week, and we're enjoying it. And it's not just about the festival itself and performing, but also the experience of visiting, getting to know Croatia, the food, the people, the weather, obviously. And no, I'm really happy to be here. So compared to other festivals, I would say it's still quite a young festival in terms of growing and getting larger and larger. I think when they started, it was only like 1,000, 2,000 people, and now we're going upwards to numbers, 5-digit numbers in terms of attendance. So really excited to be a part of it. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of festivals and touring, can you talk very briefly about a crazy tour story that you've had, and what was it like?
Wow, craziest story. I got so many. No names. One that comes to mind is I was playing a gig, kind of like this, in a festival setting, and one of my mates got so drunk. He really partied really hard, and by the end of the evening we had to take him in a wheelbarrow back home. And to make things worse, during the party there was some kind of issue, and they had to evacuate everybody. So in the middle of the chaos, my guy getting really wasted, the rain broke out, and then we had no cab, no transportation, and we were in the middle of nowhere and just waiting to get home. So
With the guy in a wheelbarrow passed out.
yeah, crazy story. But it was a good time. No one got hurt. Everyone's fine. And the next day, we kept going, partied again.
And the guy's okay now, I
The
assume.
guy's fine. He knows who he is when he sees this interview. You'll know who you are, bro. So be happy I didn't say your name. Cheers.
Now, I want to also talk about your upcoming album, Real Dreams,
Right.
which is available to pre-order from iTunes now.
Yes. Correct.
So when you're watching this interview, you'll see the link in the bottom, so make sure you click on the iTunes link and download the album. Where did the name Real Dreams come from?
Well, Real Dreams came from an idea. I've been producing for about 15 years now. And I was always on a very, I'd say, amateur level, hobby-ish kind of level. And since a good 5 years, I decided to take it more seriously. And I almost gave up making productions and just, DJing every now and then, but just have this love for music inside of me. And it's about living your dreams. Music is not something you do to be famous or to make a lot of money. It can be, obviously. If it is, that's great. But I think the real reason to make music is to have the love for it. And I just want to inspire a lot of people with what I'm doing, because I started with almost nothing, and now I have an album which is coming out and has some pretty good big names, well-known names on it.
So who features on the album, and how did you kind of get to work with those people?
Yeah, well, I've been working and touring a lot for the past 5-10 years, doing a lot of after parties, festivals like this one, and meeting a lot of artists and people behind the scenes. And I guess it just took meeting the right people, getting the first break. So my first break was getting a production deal with Ryan Leslie in 2014. After that, I learned really how the industry works, and I started going overseas a lot more. And so for the past 2 years, I've been about 8-9 times to New York, LA, Chicago, etc. And every time linking up with artists, linking up with management people, and just more behind the scenes people, and reaching out to key people who helped me get access, because it's all about access at the end of the day. And some of the people on my album are Snoop Dogg, DMX, Wiz Khalifa, Busta Rhymes, Jadakiss, and also artists that I work with such as Taria, C True, who I also wanted to put on Real Dreams, because the idea is that there's some well-known acts and then some rather unknown or independent artists who I think deserve a chance to get their real dreams accomplished. So that's kind of the idea of the album.
So C True and Taria feature on the track with DMX.
That's right.
And the video's being shared. I think it's just about approaching the 1 million views mark on YouTube.
Yep.
What was it like working with DMX?
Working with DMX was amazing. So the way it happened, I sent a bunch of beats, and C True met up with DMX in the studio, and they were just vibing. And then when he heard that beat, he was like, yeah, he wrote the verse, I think, in like 10 minutes. DMX did the hook. Then Taria did her thing on it. It just became organic. I mixed and mastered the track a few weeks later, sent it for approval, just hoping he would say, okay, you can use this.
Yeah.
But then he said, wow, this is dope, let's make a video. And we're like, wow, okay, how are we gonna do this? And then he was, because C True lives in LA, DMX said he'll be next week in LA, let's shoot it. So within a week we organized ourselves and flew over to LA, and yeah, everything happened really quickly, but we're really happy to have this chance. So meeting DMX he's the realest person I've ever met in hip hop. It's amazing.
That must be like a highlight, like a career highlight there, meeting with DMX and shooting a video with him.
Definitely. I was a bit starstruck, I gotta admit, because I used to listen to DMX tracks, party tracks, serious tracks, you're in a downer and you listen to songs like Slippin' and stuff like that. And just having the opportunity to meet him was great. But then getting his blessing to get on the feature, and then telling me, to keep going and motivating me and being in the video. I mean, he doesn't do a lot of features and even less videos for other people. So it's definitely a highlight of my career.
Yes. Yeah. So just to kind of wrap up, where can the fans keep in touch with your updates on social media? What are your Twitter handles? And is there anything else to add to the interview as well at the end?
Sure. So my album's dropping on August 25th, and you can pre-order it on iTunes, Google Play, everywhere on the internet. You can stream some singles which are already available. So the DMX one is. You can find me on social media at Swiss Ivory on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and on Instagram it's Swiss Ivory Real Dreams. So yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.